Welcome to Speakora podcast channel. Speak English like a professional in just 30 days. Let's begin. You meet someone new and the first question is always the same. So, tell me about yourself. And suddenly your mind goes empty. You know your own life better than anyone, but somehow in English you can't find a single sentence to describe it. Today, that stops. Welcome back to Speakora. I'm Adam, and this is day 2 of our 30-day English Fluency Challenge. Yesterday, we broke the ice with basic conversation. Today, we're going one level deeper. We're going to help you speak about yourself, your life, your job, your interests with real confidence.
Hi, everyone. Honestly, this is the topic that scares me the most. Whenever someone asks me to introduce myself in English, I panic. I know so much about my own life, but I always say the same 3 boring sentences and then just stop talking.
Luna, that's such a common problem, and it's not because you don't have anything to say. It's because talking about yourself is actually a skill, just like any other part of English. Once you learn the patterns, it becomes one of the easiest things to talk about because you already know the content. You just need the right structure.
That actually makes me feel a lot better. I always thought it was something wrong with my English level.
Not at all. It's a structure problem, not a knowledge problem, and we're going to fix that today. Let's start simple. Luna, tell me your name and what you do.
My name is Luna, and I am a graphic designer.
Good, but very short. In a real conversation, we usually add more details so the other person has something to respond to. Try this. My name is Luna, and I work as a graphic designer. I've been doing it for about 3 years now. See how that gives more to talk about?
My name is Luna, and I work as a graphic designer. I've been doing it for about 3 years now.
Much better. Now let me ask you, where are you from, Luna?
I am from a small city, and I live there now, too.
That's fine, but let's make it flow more naturally. Try, I'm originally from a small city, and I still live there today. Small changes like this make you sound much more fluent.
I'm originally from a small city, and I still live there today.
Perfect. Now one more. Tell me something you enjoy doing in your free time.
In my free time, I like to draw, and I like to watch movies.
Good, but instead of repeating I like twice, we can combine it. Try, in my free time, I enjoy drawing and watching movies. It sounds smoother and more natural.
In my free time, I enjoy drawing and watching movies.
Excellent, Luna. In just a few minutes, you've already built a name, a profession, a hometown, and a hobby into real English sentences. That's the real foundation of introducing yourself with confidence. Let's practice a few more building blocks before we move into full conversations. Repeat after me. I'm originally from a small city.
I am originally from a small city.
I've been working in my field for 3 years.
I've been working in my field for 3 years.
I enjoy spending my free time creatively.
I enjoy spending my free time creatively.
I'm always open to learning something new.
I'm always open to learning something new.
Beautiful, Luna. 4 more natural sentences added to your toolkit. Now, let's take this into a real extended conversation where you'll use everything we just built. All right, Luna, let's take this further. I'm going to ask you questions like someone you're meeting for the very first time, and I want you to answer the way you actually would in real life. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So, Luna, what do you do for work, and how did you get into it?
I work as a graphic designer. I actually got into it almost by accident. I was studying something completely different, but I started designing for fun, and eventually people started paying me for it. So I switched paths, and I've never regretted it.
That's a great story, and it's very relatable. A lot of people end up in careers they didn't originally plan for. Do you enjoy it?
I really do. Some days are stressful, especially with tight deadlines, but overall, I love being creative every day and seeing an idea turn into something real.
That comes through clearly. Now, tell me a bit about your family or where you grew up.
I grew up in a small city with my parents and my younger brother. It was a quiet place, not much excitement, but it taught me to enjoy simple things. Now I live in a bigger city, and it's a big change, but I like the energy here.
That's a nice contrast. Quiet upbringing, busier life now. What about outside of work? What do you enjoy doing?
Outside of work, I really enjoy drawing just for myself, not for clients. I also love watching movies, especially anything with a strong story. And recently, I've gotten into hiking on weekends, which has been a nice way to disconnect.
I love that balance. Creative work, creative hobbies, and something physical too. Do you have any goals you're working toward right now?
Yes, actually. My biggest goal right now is becoming fluent in English because I want to work with international clients and eventually travel for design conferences. I also want to improve my design skills by learning animation.
Those goals fit together really well. Better English opens doors, and better skills walk you through them. One last question. If you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be?
I would say creative, curious, and a little bit shy, but working on it.
I love that honesty, and working on it is exactly the right attitude. Luna, you just handled a full introduction conversation. Career, background, hobbies, goals, and personality, all naturally without hesitation. That's a huge step from yesterday.
Thank you, Adam. It actually felt easier this time because I already had the sentence patterns in my head.
That's exactly how it should feel. Now let's take this into real situations where introducing yourself actually happens. Situation 1. A networking event. I'll be another guest, and we're meeting for the first time.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hi there. I don't think we've met yet. I'm Adam.
Hi, Adam. Nice to meet you. I'm Luna.
Nice to meet you too, Luna. So what brings you to this event?
I'm here to meet other designers and hear about new projects in the industry.
That's great. Are you working on anything exciting at the moment?
Yes, actually. I'm currently designing branding for a small startup. It's been a fun challenge.
That sounds fantastic. I'd love to hear more about it sometime.
Sure, I'd be happy to share more.
Wonderful, Luna. Confident, clear, and you kept the conversation going naturally instead of giving one-word answers. Let's try situation 2, a job interview opener. So, why don't you start by telling me a little about yourself?
Of course. I'm Luna, and I've been working as a graphic designer for about 3 years. I specialize in branding and visual identity, and I'm really passionate about helping companies tell their story through design.
That's a strong opening. What would you say is your biggest strength?
I'd say my biggest strength is combining creativity with clear communication. I don't just design something beautiful, I make sure it actually solves the client's problem.
Excellent answer. Confident and specific. Situation 3. Meeting a friend's family for the first time. So, Luna, our daughter has told us so much about you. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Thank you for having me. I'm Luna. I've known your daughter since university, and we actually studied completely different things, but we became close friends anyway. I work in design now, and I still love spending weekends exploring new places with her.
That's a wonderful way to introduce yourself. Warm, personal, and it connects you to the people you're speaking with.
Thank you.
Honestly, these 3 situations cover almost every real introduction I could imagine having. That's exactly the point, Luna. Whether it's professional, social, or personal, you now have flexible building blocks you can shape for any situation. Let's lock these patterns into memory with some focused repetition and new vocabulary.
Okay, Luna, repetition time. I'll say a sentence and you repeat it exactly. Ready?
Ready.
My name is Luna and I work as a graphic designer.
My name is Luna, and I work as a graphic designer.
I'm originally from a small city.
I'm originally from a small city.
I've been working in my field for 3 years.
I've been working in my field for 3 years.
In my free time, I enjoy drawing and watching movies.
In my free time, I enjoy drawing and watching movies.
I'm currently working on an exciting project.
I'm currently working on an exciting project.
My biggest strength is combining creativity with clear communication.
My biggest strength is combining creativity with clear communication.
I'm passionate about telling stories through my work.
I'm passionate about telling stories through my work.
I grew up in a quiet place, but I enjoy city life now.
I grew up in a quiet place, but I enjoy city life now.
I recently started hiking on weekends.
I recently started hiking on weekends.
My goal is to become fluent in English this year.
My goal is to become fluent in English this year.
I'd describe myself as creative and curious.
I'd describe myself as creative and curious.
I'm always open to new opportunities.
I'm always open to new opportunities.
Nice to meet you, I'm Luna.
Nice to meet you, I'm Luna.
I don't think we've met yet.
I don't think we've met yet.
I'd love to tell you more about it.
I'd love to tell you more about it.
I specialize in branding and visual identity.
I specialize in branding and visual identity.
I studied something different, but I found my real path.
I studied something different, but I found my real path.
I still love exploring new places on weekends.
I still love exploring new places on weekends.
I'm working on improving my confidence every day.
I'm working on improving my confidence every day.
Fantastic, Luna. That's 18 strong self-introduction sentences locked in. Now, 8 vocabulary words that will help you talk about yourself even more naturally.
Let's do it.
Word 1, background. Background means your personal history, where you're from, your education, your experience. For example, my background is in design. Your turn.
My background is mostly in art and visual design.
Perfect. Word 2, passionate. Passionate means having strong enthusiasm for something. For example, I'm passionate about my work. Try it.
I'm passionate about creating things that tell a story.
Excellent. Word 3, strength. Strength means something you're naturally good at. For example, my strength is problem solving. Luna.
My strength is staying calm even under tight deadlines.
Great example. Word 4, goal. A goal is something you're working toward. For example, my goal is to travel more. Your turn.
My goal is to work with clients from different countries.
Wonderful. Word 5, originally. Originally means where something started or began. For example, I'm originally from the countryside. Try it.
I'm originally from a small city near the mountains.
Perfect usage. Word 6, specialize. Specialize means to focus deeply on one specific area. For example, I specialize in branding. Luna.
I specialize in creating logos and visual identities.
Excellent. Word 7, curious. Curious means eager to learn or explore. For example, I'm curious about new cultures. Your turn.
I'm curious about how other designers think creatively.
Beautiful. And word 8, confident. Confident means believing in your own abilities. For example, I feel confident introducing myself now. Luna?
I feel much more confident talking about myself than I did yesterday.
That's exactly the growth I wanted to hear, Luna. 8 new words, all directly useful for describing who you are and what you do. Let's wrap up today with a quiz, some powerful tips, and your challenge for the day.
All right, Luna, quiz time. 5 questions, answer naturally. Ready?
Ready.
Question 1. How would you introduce yourself to someone new right now?
I'd say, my name is Luna, I work as a graphic designer, and I'm originally from a small city, but I live in a bigger city now.
Great answer. Question 2. What's one strength you'd mention in a job interview?
I'd say my strength is combining creativity with clear communication to solve real problems.
Perfect. Question 3. What's a hobby you'd share when meeting someone socially?
I'd mention that I enjoy drawing for myself and that I recently started hiking on weekends.
Excellent. Question 4. What's one goal you'd mention if someone asked about your future?
I'd say my goal is to become fluent in English so I can work with international clients.
Wonderful. Last question. How do you feel talking about yourself now compared to the start of today?
Honestly, at the start, I felt stiff and boring, but now I feel like I actually have interesting things to say.
Perfect answers, all 5, Luna. Now, 5 tips to help you talk about yourself more naturally every day. Tip number 1. Prepare a flexible introduction, not a memorized script, so you can adjust it to any situation, whether it's professional, social, or casual. Tip number 2. Always add one extra detail to short answers. Since I'm a designer invites silence, but I'm a designer and I focus on branding invites more questions. Tip number 3, practice describing your background, strengths, and goals out loud regularly, because these 3 topics appear in almost every self-introduction you'll ever give. Tip number 4, don't over-rehearse to the point of sounding robotic. Aim for natural, comfortable delivery rather than a perfect memorized speech. Tip number 5, ask questions back. Since a great introduction is a two-way conversation, not a monologue, so return the question after you answer it.
Those tips are really practical, especially the one about adding extra detail. I always used to stop at one short sentence.
That one small change makes the biggest difference. Luna, how do you feel about today's session overall?
Honestly, I feel like I finally have real answers ready for one of the most common questions in English. Tell me about yourself. I'm not scared of that question anymore.
That's exactly the transformation I wanted. Let's recap what we covered today. First, we built simple sentences about your name, job, background, and hobbies. Second, we practiced a full extended conversation covering career, family, hobbies, and goals. Third, we role-played 3 real situations: a networking event, a job interview, and meeting a friend's family. Fourth, we repeated 18 self-introduction sentences to build natural fluency. And fifth, we learned 8 powerful vocabulary words for describing yourself.
That's a lot of ground covered, but it actually built on itself really naturally.
That's exactly how real learning works. Each piece supports the next. If today helped you speak about yourself more confidently, give this video a like. It truly helps more learners find this challenge. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss day 3.
Here's your homework for today. After this video, introduce yourself out loud in English 3 different ways. Once professionally, once socially, and once casually with a friend.
And don't forget, drop your own self-introduction in the comments below. We genuinely read them and we'll cheer you on.
We're building real confidence together, one day at a time.
Exactly, Luna. You should be proud of how far you've come in just 2 days. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 3.
See you tomorrow. Bye!
Bye, everyone.